Italian melodies. O sole mio guarda io una caprese carrozzone.
So let's move on to this big game here. AC Milan, 2-0 victors over Lazio here. What a game. What a game by this team.
Lazio brought
Take
down
me
to
through
earth. Lazio brought down to earth. Sarri, it was a revelation what he was doing so far at Lazio. I know only 2 games, but my goodness, did Milan show that they're on a completely different level. And for me, the most impressive team right now in Serie A is Milan. Even playing without a true out-and-out striker. Zlatan on the bench. Giroud out with COVID. I mean, he tested negative, but he wasn't fully match fit. Alessio Romagnoli getting the start again in the center back, maybe to help rotation with Champions League coming up. Frank Kessie being brought back into the team. Sandro Tonali, again, being placed into the midfield, holding his own now 3 games in a row. And our favorite player, Alessandro Florenzi, even getting a start out in the right attack middle. Not bad. So this is I'd say kind of obviously they're all good enough to be starters, but a makeshift AC Milan. I wouldn't say this is their go-to starting lineup.
Prep for the Champions League. This is the
and this is Lazio's starting lineup, and they completely in every department ran him right off the field.
wasteful opportunities by Lazio.
Yeah, tell me, what did you see in this game?
Wasteful chances, way too aggressive on the ball. Milan hands down, miles ahead of this team. Everybody was jumping on the Lazio bandwagon right away after 2 games, saying Sarri ball, it works. Lazio's going to be a team in the top 4. I don't think so. I think they got shown. This was their first real test, and they blew it. People forget who Lazio played the first 2 games. Those were walkthroughs. Now you play a real team, and look what happens. I think AC Milan is the real deal this year. I really do. And Rebic, man of the match performance by Rebic.
2 assists,
Holy
yeah.
smokes,
2 beautiful
man.
assists.
Yeah, and Leao, fantastic performance by him. Brahim Diaz, what more can you say about this guy? Frank Kessie.
Your favorite player. Wins a penalty off Ciro. Ciro kicks the back of his leg.
That was a penalty.
Yeah.
That was a penalty, but I'm glad he missed.
Yeah, so walk us to that penalty. He's stepping up.
Step up.
He's been out of the starting lineup because of a contract dispute. He wants a lot of money.
Yeah, Paris Saint-Germain offering him obviously the most money. AC Milan, that's not something they can offer. So he's back in the lineup, hits the post, comes back to him, heads it over the bar. This guy doesn't miss from 12 yards out, so it was great to see him miss. I'm not a Frank Kessie guy. I can't stand people that just follow the money. This is a team that clearly wants you. This is a team that made you big. And this is a team that is on the rise. I think AC Milan is on the rise, and they're here to stay. And you want to jump ship for a team like Paris Saint-Germain that plays in a garbage league where it's a 1-team league, where their D team, their 4th string of teams, can walk through any team in that league.
Clermont Foot.
Yeah, like it's a joke. It's a joke. But, I mean, the one thing I want to shout out also on this Milan team is Mike Maignan again. It's some big saves.
The transition from Donnarumma to Mike Maignan has been
Seamless.
seamless so far.
Seamless. I think. See, I told everybody last year. Keep. Don't jump on the AC Milan bandwagon yet. Just take it easy. I got crucified for it. Now is the time to jump on the AC Milan bandwagon. Now they're for real.
So you believed in Pioli the whole time? That he was capable of doing this?
This was a real test.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I still think it's out there to judge him. I mean, this is 3 games in. It's a big victory for him. Totally ran Lazio off the pitch here, and but now he's going to be juggling Champions League football with Serie A. I think AC Milan is going to be up there. I think they're a real team. What I do think is this AC Milan team is very confident, and I think the reason why they're confident is because they have a player on the bench that inspires confidence for them, and that's Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I think he does more for them in the locker room this year than he does on the pitch. I mean, he came on, he scored a sitter. Good for him.
Looking stronger than ever. He
looks sharp.
He looks pretty jacked.
I have all the respect in the world for Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and he did make a comment that about Cristiano Ronaldo leaving for Manchester United. I don't know if any of you heard it, but he basically said, If I thought I was as great as Ronaldo, like Ronaldo went to a team that had been winning when he came to Juve, he went to a team that had been dominating Serie A. If he was really as good as he thinks he is, he would have went to Juve when they were in Serie B and brought them back. He's like, that's what I would have done. So, hey, I respect the man for that. So,
but he left for Inter. But anyway. But it's okay.
But it's okay. But this AC Milan team, getting back to this, they are the real deal, I think. I told you, I think Lazio is not going to be in the top 7 this year. And I stand by that statement. I think their midfield is fantastic. Cheeto, he's depressed right now because he cannot score a sitter for Italy, so that carries into the club.
Yeah, and
I think it's all in his head now.
It's
all in his head.
He disappointed me a little bit. I thought,
It's all in his head.
He was taken off as well.
Yeah.
At the 84th minute, he was just didn't look sharp.
He's gonna go silent now for like 4 or 5 weeks.
And this is what we're saying, that this 4-3-3 system. I know Sadi made him score. Helped him score 4 goals in 2 games.
But who did he score against?
Exactly. And now that he's coming up, against his first real competition, he was a ghost.
Yeah.
He was a complete ghost because he didn't have the support around him. Milan kept pressing Ciro very hard. They had a guy on him all the time, and Ciro doesn't like to play back to net, so he's not. The midfield isn't looking up good. It just did not work with Ciro up top. I'm surprised he waited so long to take Ciro off, to be honest. And yeah, Lazio. I thought Pedro played good. Theo Hernandez. That was a nice battle. But just too much speed and pace. Rafael Leao, terrific on the dribbling, very wasteful up until his goal. His goal is marvelous. Again, dribbled from the inside his own half all the way to the end.
Definitely.
I think he 1-2'd with Rebic and slotted it in. Beautiful goal. I thought a little bit wasteful before that, so he played an okay game. But the one guy I want to bring it to, who's impressed me the most, because we gave him a lot of flack last year, Sandro Tonali, the way he stepped in.
Yeah, he's done really well.
His confidence, even from the U21, from what I've read, the way it's translating into these games, this is what Milan thought they were signing up for last year. Yeah. And I'm glad they kept the faith, because he's proven to be the real deal. He made 5 recoveries in the midfield, so he was outrunning Lucas Leiva, Sergei Milinkovic, Luis Alberto, and he made a key pass, one key pass, which is a clear shot on goal. That's what that is, a key pass. So he was the linchpin in this Milan victory.
Yeah. And I'll take it back to Lazio here for a second.
Yeah.
Because I like beating on this Lazio team. Who was, not only Cheeto played a terrible game, but this team basically runs on how well Luis Alberto plays. Poor performance by him.
Yeah, by his standards, yeah. I mean,
it was a poor Luis Alberto performance. Felipe Anderson brought back down to earth. I mean, the only 2 guys that stood out for me in this Lazio team were Milinkovic-Savic. It was an okay performance for him, and Leiva. Leiva was probably their best player on the field, and then Pedro too, right? Pedro played fantastic.
But that's the problem with this system and this team. Can this team translate from a 3-5-2 into this 4-3-3 system with as much fluid as he wants him in vertical passing? Because the problem is, as good of a defender, and I rate him highly, Luis Felipe as a defender, as good as he is, and Acerbi as good as he is, are they ball-playing center backs?
No.
Exactly. I don't think they have the feet to move the ball at the speed Sadi wants. So I think he's trying to make lemonade out of lemons here. Is that the saying? But he's trying to make the most of what he has here. And we'll see where they end off. I think they're going to just be outside the top 4.
Yeah.
But he's doing the best with what he has. And it could be a long season against the top 7 for Lazio this year after seeing this.
I think so.